What is going on YouTube? EDM Adam here. If you're new to the channel, I do weekly EDM reaction videos as well as album EP reviews and all sorts of other good stuff about EDM. As far as album and EP releases go, we have Armin van Buuren's latest EP. I'll probably check that out. There's a lot on the video schedule these upcoming days, so bear with me, but we'll see how many other reviews I can get in there. Come to think of it, I haven't really done many album EP reviews lately. I've just kind of been super busy. We also have Subsidia Dusk Volume 2. So for those of you who aren't familiar, I did that top 5 series for each of the subcategories of Subsidia. So you have Dusk, which is supposed to be like this experimental, like wonky type stuff, but honestly it doesn't really sound that different from the Night. And then you have Dawn, which is supposed to be the melodic, and then Night, which is supposed to be obviously the very heavy stuff. So we have the second variation of the experimental wonky. I will be previewing one song off of that. Probably will do a separate video for that. We'll see. Mako also dropped an album for those of you who are interested in his stuff. And to commemorate the 5th anniversary of Indian Summer, Jai Wolf did a little deluxe release with a Casbo remix, a Memba remix, and a few others. So obviously that's a super great song, so check that out. I won't be doing any of the remix reviews over here because you guys know my remix rule that I sometimes break. But we've got a lot of music, so let's get into it. Alright, I said I would preview one of the Dusk tracks, and YDG had an amazing one with Night of the Living Dead on Volume 1, so we're going to check out Blade. High expectations, because that Night of the Living Dead, that was a solid one. This kind of garage-like percussion. Oh, here we go! Oh man! Wow. Wow. This is like a journey through dubstep. Yeah, I think he's trolling me with these wows, because that's about all I can say. Like, does that not take you back to, like, old school, kind of like 2010 era dubstep, and then there's, like, hints of modern rhythm in there? Like, that's a wide variety of sounds in there. Alright, so, to continue Nurko's release from 2 weeks ago, we had Blindspot Pr.2 with Devin Baldwin. You guys know how I felt about that. Great song. Blindspot 2 came out, and apparently both songs are supposed to be played in succession, so they could kind of be one track that flows together. I'm not going to replay Blindspot Pr.2, but I'll play like the last 20 seconds of the first half, that way we have a smooth transition, so let's check it out. Same verse, same lyrics so far. Listen to how beautiful her voice is. Okay, a little bit lighter on this build here. I like the hint of a marching snare. Okay. Nice! I think I like the second one better. Woo! Nice, love that filter at the end. So I think the biggest distinction between the two parts is the first one focuses more on like the vocal manipulation, like you have a little bit more of that like classic vocoder style. And then the second one felt a lot more epic. But overall, like, you know, both of them are similar in their sound. I can't help but wonder, and I don't know, I mean, I'd have to ask him or sit down to do an interview. Like, I wonder if he was working on this as, like, multiple drafts, or, like, maybe built out one drop and built out a second one, and liked them both so much that he couldn't get rid of both, and so he made 2 separate tracks. I don't know, I'm just trying to guess. I mean, why not have 2 variations of a super awesome song? I think that's probably my favorite release of his this year. All time, I'm not sure, but definitely this year. I've been letting bass music get away from me lately. What better one to bring me back onto focus than a Zeds Peekaboo collab? Definitely 2 of my favorite artists out there, so I'm excited for Power. Not a fan of this intro so far. definitely hear Peekaboo. Yeah. Yeah, I so far I feel like I hear a lot more Peekaboo than I do Zeds Dead. You know, he's got that really unique, like, I don't know what, there's a lot of people that go back and forth on what to call Peekaboo, which is a great thing to have as an artist when you don't really fit into a box. I mean, it's like this weird, like, blend of, like, you know, mid-tempo, space bass, rhythm. I mean, it's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of that kick, clap, triplet wobbles. I don't know, I might have set my expectations a little high. Sometimes you do that with some of your favorite artists. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely not what I was expecting. It's okay, though, because Zed's dad has already blessed us with the God Loves Ugly remix this year, and that thing has become an absolute classic, so not worried about it. W&W. High energy something, I imagine. All right. I like the vocal manipulation in here. Spot on. Not as high energy as I thought. It's kind of mellow for them, which hearing this says a lot. All right, so we got Fairlane Up. It's like a 2-track release, but the first part's just like an intro. It's like only a minute, and the song's 3 minutes. So now we're not sure why he separated them, but we'll just listen to them in succession. Very cinematic so far. Nice little white noise in the background with the guitar, adds a nice texture to it.
Fuck me, I'm a tidal wave,
Alright.
about to make the city fall down. But I want what I can't myself. I'm selfish in love, I love you too.
Okay, so far this has got like this broken kind of vengeful feel to it. I'm curious as to where the drop's gonna go. This is interesting. Let's go! Oh, that kick drum just takes so much space up. Wow. So typically when you hear kick patterns that, like, you know, kind of break up those like nice saw waves, like usually it's a little bit shorter, but like I like the length he had in that. Whether that's like something on the side chain compression side or whether it's just the kick itself. You got me. Nice! That fake out, I thought he was gonna fade it out. That was sick. Alright, I've been lacking on my trance coverage, so we're gonna check out Fairy Corsten. Yeah, I think my favorite part about trance tracks, the very pretty and elegant arts you get. Oh, it just kind of has like these bright, uplifting feel to it. Not always. Hence psytrance existence, but wow. Okay, so like obviously very uplifting. There's this subtle lead in there that feels like it's, I don't know if it's intentionally toned down, but it feels like it kind of gets lost next to the vocals. Overall, it's a very smooth trance track. Nothing legendary, nothing I've never heard before, but definitely not bad by any means. All right, we're gonna check out Mattzou. I know he did like an album like a month ago or so back, and I was gonna do a review on it, and I previewed a little bit of it because if I'm gonna do a whole album review, I usually sneak peek a little bit. And it was just so abstract and experimental. I just couldn't get behind it. Like, I listened to the whole thing and I was just like, it's not my vibe. So, I don't know if this is kind of in the same vein. We'll see. But just wanted to preface that real quick. Wow. Really nice with the dynamics and everything. A little bit of a trance feel here. All those reverbs and delays. Feels very big space. Bass is heavier on this half. It's an interesting dynamic. You You have this like dark resounding bass line, and then he has these like very like light, you know, jumping little arps coming in here and there. You can tell he's trying to innovate. Whether or not it's catching my ear is up for debate, but yeah, like I'm not crazy about it, but I'll definitely applaud somebody trying to do something different as opposed to just like following the same formulaic formula over and over again. Oliver Heldens, Freedom for My People. Love that piano, man. It's just such a classic sound. I don't think that's ever gonna go out of style. Ooh, bassline sneaking in here is kind of interesting. Okay. Nicely balanced. The bass line's definitely heavy, but it's not overbearing. The percussion in house music typically doesn't impress me because, you know, obviously the 4 on the floor, the snare, but something about this one is really crisp. Ones you miss, Rehab.
The life you live, that only one you need the most, change to rise and start again.
Kind of a tropical feel to start. Oh yeah, familiar sound. Yeah, the bass line's vintage Rehab too. Vocals are pretty corny. Like, how many love song phrases can we use before we've heard them all? Alright, we have a collab with Ytram, or Marty backwards, aka Martin Garrix's alias, and then Citadel, so we'll see how this goes. I think he had one earlier in the year with Elderbrook called Fire that was a kind of cool deep house track, so let's check this out. The album art on this gives me kind of like an ominous feel, and so far that's kind of what I'm getting. Oh yeah, with that bass line, hell yeah. Ooh. Wow, I love how this is evolving. Nice orchestral parts in here with the strings. Like the little detune right before it came in. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this Ytram alias. This is, I hope I'm saying that right. I guess that's how you pronounce that. It's definitely shying away from his big room sound, and more into this like deep house, bass house kind of feel. It's very dark and definitely interesting. I hope he keeps up with this. I mean, obviously, all the Garrix fans want to hear like that big room sound that he's known for, but this is one of those side projects I'm also a fan of, because typically when artists go off and, you know, do an alias project, it's because they want to change their sound, and typically I'm like, oh, but we want the original stuff. In this case, I'm not complaining.
This is a song of the week.
Alright, that is it for this week. Let me know what you guys thought. Leave a comment below. Did you think the song of the week was something different? Suggestions on maybe artists I need to keep a closer eye on. I know somebody mentioned the Stamped records. All sorts of music to keep my eye on out there. Trying to give you guys a wide variety, but also artists that we're all relatively familiar with. Stay tuned. We got a lot of good stuff planned for the end of the year. Maybe some top songs, maybe some montages. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.